All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Fear the Walking Dead video leading up to the 10th episode for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. This one's called 210 Words Per Minute. We're doing our video predictions, giving our thoughts on what we think is going to happen next. Alright, and possible spoiler warning if you were not caught up for Fear the Walking Dead. We just did our review earlier for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 9, the mid-season premiere. So this one will be for Episode 10, next weekend's episode, the next episode for Fear, as we're just getting into the back half of this season here and getting things started off. So this episode is called 210 Words Per Minute. So 210 words per minute, what does the title mean? I'm not sure. That's a pretty fast typing speed. If somebody would be able to do that many words in a minute, it's kind of hyper speed. I don't know if that's reasonably possible, or if that's what they're referring to, or if the title's referring to something else. I guess we'll see once we see the episode. And I'll put the links in the description, as per usual, for you guys for the trailer for the episode, which is just the promo video, the next on, and the sneak peek for the episode, which you can also check out. So the synopsis, or the description for this episode reads, Morgan and Grace search a shopping mall to fulfill a dying man's wish. Dwight is tested. And then we can see in the promo video that Dwight is captured by somebody, which could be a member of Logan's group, maybe, or who knows, maybe it could be somebody else, I guess, as well, too. And we can see Morgan and Grace at the mall. A lot of people thought for a while that we would see a possible relationship there between Morgan and Grace, which I think actually could be good. It'd be good to give Morgan a love interest. And also, we don't know how long Grace will survive for, because I thought she said earlier that she was, unhealthy as a result of the radiation. So she really wasn't sure how much longer she had, that kind of deal. I don't know if she's wrong about that, or if that's kind of supposed to be sort of a gray area. We're really not sure, how healthy Grace actually is. But I personally would be okay with if they did a relationship for Morgan with Grace. He hasn't had a relationship so far in the series, not since the season 1 premiere episode of the original Walking Dead series, of course, with his wife there and the smart walker turning the door handle thing and looking around. If you guys remember that one from the Walking Dead's premiere, that's pretty cool, right? So so I'd be okay with that if that's what they're going to do, and maybe they are, because you got the two of them in this episode together, and then we have Dwight as well. I don't see many of the other survivors in this episode. We don't see Strand, we don't see Luciana, I think, in either of the promo videos, and we don't see Alicia, we don't see a lot of the others either. The kids, we haven't seen Annie and the kids for a while either, but I know they're in some of the preview pictures, so we should be seeing them at some point this back half of the season. I guess Fear is in a strange kind of situation right now that they've added on a lot of different characters, and so they have to kind of figure out, which episodes are going to include which, and this episode also includes Daniel, so maybe you won't have too many of the others, like I mentioned, in this one as a result. But it is good to see, Dwight get some more time, because as I was just saying in a recent video, it's that Dwight came in looking for Sherry, and they had that thing with him and June and John, and that was really good. I like that, but then right afterwards, he hasn't really gotten as much time as you would have thought, considering he's the crossover character. It's not like Morgan last season, where he crossed over and he was like in every episode right at the forefront, right? So Dwight's kind of been in the background a little bit, and it'll be good to see him get a little bit more time with the others here, because he is, Austin Emilio, he is a great actor, and Dwight is a great character from back in his first appearance in The Walking Dead Season 6. That's a long time ago at this point, isn't it? Man, wow, it's like a different world back then in season 6 when he first meets Daryl and everything. It's crazy. His face wasn't even burnt up yet, right? So good stuff. So then we've got the trailer here. Morgan says, "We're not doing careful, we're doing right." So they're not going to be careful, but they're going to do what's right, I guess. They're going to take some chances if they need to. I guess we'll see how that turns out for them here. We've got Dwight being captured by somebody, and then later he tries to kind of make a move, and then the guy points the gun at him. But again, it doesn't feel the same way for me as it does in the original Walking Dead series. In the original Walking Dead series, when someone is captured by a villain, I usually am pretty scared for them that they might be killed off, unless it's like Rick or something like that, and you kind of know, like, okay, he'll be okay. In this case, it looks like if it's a member of Logan's crew, it doesn't have the same kind of serious feel to it, because I feel like Logan and his group are so cartoonish with the gas storyline and everything that I don't really feel like there's any possible way Dwight will actually be killed here, right? So even if he gets knocked out by the guy and the guy points the gun at him and says, "Hey, don't try to make a move," that kind of thing, it still doesn't feel like there's any possible way that Dwight would actually be killed off here. Just so it's there. It's something we're seeing. I don't take it too seriously because, like I said, it's just I can't see them killing Dwight off right now. Daniel, you should get back to the car. We need to keep moving. So Daniel, in this one too, is going to be always fun to see Ruben Blades when he's in Fear of the Walking Dead. And again, we don't know if he's going to leave at some point again. I'd be surprised if he was in like every episode for the rest of the season or something. I highly doubt that would be the case. And of course, you have Charlie and you have Skidmark in this one. You have a lot of the others too. It's like, wow, it's interesting to see who they're going to include and who they're going to keep out of each episode as we go through. We have Grace on the floor. It looks like she's knocked out or knocked down, and I think there's, Smarties around her or Skittles or something? I don't know. We'll see what that has to do with. Now, is that because somebody attacked her and knocked her down or knocked her out? Or is she just not feeling well and has fallen down? It seems to me more like probably knocked down, and maybe that's part of where Dwight might be captured or something like that. And so I don't think it's because of her health that she's passed out or something. I think it's probably because of, Dwight being captured and Logan's group kind of looking for them. And then we get to see a little bit of the new Fear angle or slant that they've been using recently to include some kind of silly stuff too. As we see at the end of the trailer, seriously, they're in a mall, and literally we have Morgan, who is driving a remote control car to lead the walkers away. So this is something where, like, okay, I don't know why it feels so silly to me as I'm watching. You hear the remote control sound as you see the Fear logo. There's like a remote control vehicle like driving in the direction, and the walkers are like after it. It's so ridiculous for me right now to see this, and it's so silly, and I don't know why, because in the original Walking Dead series, we did have the part where Eugene used a speaker, didn't he? And he used, what was it, like a little plane or something, or helicopter type of remote control thing to kind of play some music and then have the walkers go away from the sanctuary. But that was kind of like cool in the way they did it, because they were trapped in, and Eugene is the genius, so he comes up with this ingenious plan to lure them away with his engineering and stuff, and he gets this idea and he does it. And it was cool when they did it in that season. I thought it was funny. It was kind of it was interesting. It was intelligent for him to figure that out, and he did it in that way. Now we get to see Morgan do it in Fear, but it just feels so ridiculous. That's all I can say. It just feels so ridiculous. Maybe because it's continuing with what Fear's been doing, similarly with the blimp. The hot air balloon beer thing, and what else? Recently in last episode, just feeling really kind of silly and stuff, and I don't know. Landmines. It was landmines. Just kind of the vibe they're going for here, and I don't know. It's I've seen a lot of your guys' comments on it right now. We've kind of discussed it a bit, like you bring in the Z Nation kind of thing. So I don't want to always be talking about Z Nation every time we're watching Fear the Walking Dead. But again, it just has that angle to it where it's got the silliness in there too with this remote control car. It's like, and then Maury's like, it's like, what is going on here? I just don't know. This is so ridiculous. I just can't take this seriously anymore. I can't look at this and think like this is a Walking Dead universe. This is in Texas at the same time as Rick was just riding away on horseback, and there was like these freaking, like a huge herd of zombies after him and stuff, and everyone's crying and everything's, oh my god, and then Morgan's here like driving around a race car toy from a mall or something. So I don't know why I take such issue with it. I just do. You guys leave a comment below. Let me know. Do you take issue with the remote control car that Morgan is driving around, and kind of how do you feel about this? I just don't even know what to say about that. So So Dwight thinks that Logan and his group are within range or after them, and it looks like he's right from what we see in the trailer. This is a sneak peek now. And then they're upset about the gas. So Logan is upset about the gas, and he's upset because is it Sarah, the truckers? She left him, right, and he had to walk a long way, and so he's upset about that too. And is he in charge of that group? Is Logan the leader of that, villain group now? Because I thought in the mid-season finale that we kind of got the idea that he wasn't really in charge of the group, but that he had to answer to them for something. So I don't know who the overall leader of this group that's kind of chasing around the fear group is, and I don't know if I really care that much either. So I don't know. It's the summertime. What else are we going to watch anyway? There's nothing else on, so might as well watch Fear the Walking Dead. It's not. I don't want to make it sound like it's all terrible. It's not that bad, but it's just the remote car. Because at one part you've got Dwight and he's captured by this guy, and this is supposed to be exciting and it's supposed to be compelling. And then the other hand, we have this remote control vehicle, and it's just like, this is. Am I watching Z Nation or am I watching a Walking Dead property? I don't know. Anyway, for predictions for the episode, it looks like it's going to be an okay episode. I'm glad Dwight's getting more time. I don't know what the future will be for Grace. We'll have to see if she's going to be, healthy enough to be a mainstay character for a couple seasons or something. Whether or not she'll be a love interest for Morgan, which I would like to see. So we'll see if they do that. That could be good if they did something with that this episode. And they had the two of them kind of, share a good scene or something. That could be good. But otherwise, I don't know if I can keep seeing the silliness all the time and yet still take it seriously at the same time. So let me know what you guys think. Write your predictions below. What do you think is going to happen the rest of this half season? And I just don't know for Fear right now, man. It's like I don't know. Like season 6 has been renewed already, but it's like really, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I appreciate if it's on, but it's still at the same time, it's like, wow. Can we put a little bit of the Fear back into Fear, please? Just a little bit. Anyway, thumb up the video below, share, favorite it, subscribe for new. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.